This is Lagoon Radio.
My people, your Owonge show don land for your correct radio station, Lagoon Radio, your number one online gospel radio, powered by the Anglican Diocese of Lagos. Join me, your personal person, Owonge Sandito, every Saturday from 3 p.m. reach 4 p.m. We go dey talk about different things wey dey sell for our society, for family, now for every matter we go dey chook our mouth dey yarn una. Join us for www.lagoonradio.ng. make una follow us for social media, Lagoon Radio Nigeria, that one na for Facebook, Lagoon Radio NG, Instagram and Twitter. Watch us for YouTube at Lagoon TV. Make we dey totori una dey go.
Bible talk am for Obadiah 1 verse 17 say na who fit run go Mount Zion go free and na him go holy, and all Jacob pikin go fit collect their plenty better property. Baba God fit do anything wey him want, and na him ready to comot all the plenty yamayama wahala wey dey do you if you put mind for him matter. All of us wey dey for Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion don join body tell you make you show for this new level wey we wan start. Dem dey call am diocesan breaking of fetters, and we know say Baba God go help person wey need help. He go comot yamayama for plenty people body, and him go make all of una life better. Now every third Tuesday this one go dey happen o for also church Lekki wey dey for number 15 Kayode Animashaun Street, wey dey for Admiralty Way side for inside Lekki phase 1. E go start for 11 o'clock for morning time. Anybody wey call Baba God name na him go see help and things go dey okay for am. Oya run come collect brekete blessing and miracle o. Na Right Reverend Ifed Olasimbo Gabriel Okupevi, the oga patapata for Lagos Diocese Anglican Communion, na he carry this story come.
This is Lagoon Radio. This is Lagoon Radio.
Are you looking for top-notch printing services that deliver quality and reliability every time? Look no further. The Lagos Diocesan Printing Press is here to serve you. At the Lagos Diocesan Printing Press, we specialize in bringing your ideas to life with precision and excellence. Whether you need business cards, brochures, flyers, or banners, we've got you covered. Our state-of-the-art printing technology ensures vibrant colors, clear text, and professional finishing that will make your brand stand out from the crowd. But that's not all. We pride ourselves on exceptional customer service, fast turnaround times, and competitive pricing to fit any budget. So why wait? Visit the Lagos Diocesan Printing Press today at 17 Broad Street, Lagos Anglican Seminary, and let us help you make a lasting impression. You can also give us a call on 0703 559 7826 or 0816 398 2570. Lagos Diocesan Printing Press, where your vision becomes reality.
Hello everyone, I am the Right Reverend Ifedola Senasu Gabriel Okupevi, Bishop of Lagos. You are listening to Lagoon Radio, your number one online gospel radio in Nigeria and the official radio of the Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion. God bless you as you keep on listening to us. God bless Nigeria. God will keep Nigeria. Lagoon of blessings will be upon you. Keep on listening. Keep on smiling, and peace will reign in your domain. In Jesus' name.
This is Lagoon Radio. Lagoon Radio.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of your show, Hello Doctor. I'm your host, Pharm Olasimbo Anjorin, and with me is Precious. Will be helping me with the production today. So, I hope we are all dealing well with the fuel scarcity and all. You choke, but we thank God for life. So, today we'll be discussing how aging affects your health. Age and health. Let me put it that way. How you when you get older, how it affects your health. I mentioned the other time when I was discussing how to care for internal organs, that age is a factor. We always say that age is not a factor in the world, but when it comes to medicine, when it comes to health, age na factor. You have to consider your age. So now there are some things that happens as people grow old. Okay, people grow old. There are some things that happen. So I will discuss them and also mention ways how we can care for our system, in that regards. Okay. I'll start with cardiovascular system, but before I go on with that, I want to share our platforms on the social media with you. We are on Facebook as a Lagoon Radio Nigeria. We are on Instagram and Twitter as LAGOONRADIO.NG. We are on YouTube, Lagoon TV, and WhatsApp number is 081 524 I'll take that again. 081 And I'm on Facebook also, Olasimbo Anjorin. On Instagram, Olasimbo.Anjorin. So please do well to follow us on our social media platforms and ask your question, give ideas, give opinion. Okay. So back to our topic for today. Aging and your health. How age affects your health. Okay, so I'll start by discussing cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system is a system that has to do with the heart and how the heart pumps blood all around the body. Okay, so as you age, your heart muscle becomes to pump blood the way it is, the muscles on the heart. I hope you know the heart is a muscle. Okay, so it becomes a bit more rigid and it will not be able to pump blood the way it is. So how do you care for your cardiovascular system as an aged person? You have to include physical activity. I've been saying that's the importance of exercise in our daily life. So it's very important that you exercise, okay? You exercise as much as you can. Then secondly, you have to eat healthy diet. Eat good food rich in fiber, food rich in fruits. It really helps the cardiovascular system. It helps the blood to flow properly. Okay, so you also have to avoid smoking and alcohol. It disturbs the blood pressure, it disturbs the heart, it disturbs the blood flow in the body. In fact, it can even with poor habit to smoking and all, it can even affect the kidney, which can indirectly affect the heart also. So avoid smoking and drinking. Then try to manage stress. As you are getting old, your body is not like when you were young. That is why government and everybody usually say that when you get to a particular age, you should retire. Okay, just retire. Your heart cannot carry some of this exercise. Some of those stressful work you are doing again. Okay, try to reduce stress. The places that that are not important to go, just stay around and rest. That doesn't mean you should be inactive. You have to exercise. Exercise is different from stress. Okay, should be able to balance it. Then get enough sleep. It should help your heart to be able to relax and also find a way of bringing yourself back to normal, more like a rejuvenation. No, trying to bring yourself back to normal again. Then the other part of the other system of the body that I want to talk about is the skeletal system. Okay, the bones, the joint and muscle. Because as somebody is getting older, the bones gets weaker. It starts getting lighter. It loses the weight and all. In fact, you even notice that when somebody is getting older, it looks as if the person is getting shorter because the health of the bone has reduced. It can even reduce the length of the bone in some ways. So even the joints will not be functioning the way it should. You might be having some kind of cracks and here and sounds here and here. Then you'll be having issues with arthritis and all that if you don't properly take care of them as you age. Okay, I think I've discussed how to do that before, but I'm going to stress this again. Exercise is good. Exercise, don't just stay in one place. Be active. The place that you can take the stairs. Even as an elderly person, take the stairs to help your joints, to help your muscles. Then get adequate amount of calcium. Yes, include calcium in your diet. There are some food that have calcium, like some in milk and other fruits. Some fruits have them, and if you cannot get enough from the food you're taking, your doctor can place you on a very good, adequate calcium diet, regimen, like medications. You can be using them daily to help your bones to build, to help your joints to build. Okay, so also it you should ensure that you get a very good amount of vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D, we can get it from food, we can get it from supplements, and also the body can actually find a way of generating it itself. I think some of us have heard about that gist about going out in the morning sun, that very calm morning sun. It has a way of breaking some nutrients down. I don't want to use big terms. It breaks down some things in our body that will help you to produce vitamin D. It's not the hot sun like the one this afternoon, but you see that morning on, that kind of 6:30, 7 o'clock mild sun. That's not, or maybe in the evening around 6:37. That's not hot. It helps the body to build its own. It even helps the skin also. That kind of sun helps the skin, makes it shine a bit shining and all that. Then please don't just take any substance. What I mean by substance, even drugs. Don't just take medication. Don't just say you want to take painkillers. When people get older, they start having issue with arthritis, they have having pains, joint pain, bone pain, and all that. Don't just take painkillers. They have their own side effects. Okay, a lot of side effects go, not just one side, plenty side effects. So don't abuse these things, because they have a way of affecting the joint, affecting the bone. You can even stop. There are some that can even reduce blood flow to some part of the body, which might make it very hard to move that part of the body. For example, the leg. It might make the leg not be able to move properly. It can cause edema of the foot on the ends, all this kind of stuff. So don't abuse drugs. Don't abuse substance. Another system I want to talk about is the digestive system. As somebody gets old, they usually have higher chances of constipation. Okay, constipation means not able to pass poo properly. The motility of the stomach will be affected, and what they are eating will not be digesting the way they are used to be digested. So it will affect the way person passes poo. Okay, as you get older. So what I advise people like that is that also diet. Take more fruit, take fiber, take vegetables. Vegetables help in making the bowel movement more adequate. I don't want to say purging, but the vegetables, they help. Even oranges, fruits, they help also. Take oranges, take pineapples, take all those nice fruits. Just add it to your diet. Sometimes you can even use it as breakfast. Let me put it that way, as breakfast. Fruits as breakfast and water as breakfast before you now eat something. Okay, and there are some food that you should not eat much of it as you are getting older, like bread. All those ones, like bread, even sometimes yam, that one kind of yam that can lead to constipation. So as you are growing older, you should know that these things can happen. So you watch what you eat. Okay, then don't ignore the urge to have bowel movements. Anytime you see the need to use the restroom, go and use the restroom as an elderly person. Don't say you are holding it. Don't say you want to, because it might damage your rectum, and it might actually also increase the chances of having constipation. So anytime you have a need to use the restroom, please use it. And if you are now saying that, okay, I've not used the restroom for like 2 days, kindly find a way of doing that. Get fruits, get vegetables, go on water, kind of water diet. Water helps also to relieve constipation. Then I will say one more before we go on a short break. Your bladder and urinary tract inconsistency might happen when you get older. In fact, it has been proven that as you grow older, your bladder you will start losing the elasticity. What it means by that is that the bladder in nature is like balloon. So as fluid is coming in, it will be getting wilder, it will be expanding, But when you are growing older, that power to expand will not be there again. So your bladder might not be able to take much urine as it used to take. Okay, so you might not be having issue of running to the restroom every time because your bladder cannot take plenty of the urine. So what I would like people to do in cases like that, anytime you have the urge to go to the restroom, go. And for men, especially those ones above 45 years of age, there might be issue of benign prostate hyperplasia. That is enlarged prostate. The prostate might get enlarged and it will obstruct the flow of urine from the bladder. The prostate is like there are like two balls at the entrance of the bladder towards the urethra. So if they get inflamed, they get let me use the word inflamed. If they increase in size, they might actually block the passage. That is urethra, where the urine passes through. The passage comes out of the body, so they block it. So in that situation, the person will be finding it difficult to urinate. Okay, there's treatment for that. You have to consult your doctor on it. If you start noticing that you're having issue with that you cannot pass out urine very well, please consult your doctor. And as elders, sometimes you might see them, they have issue with inconsistent urination. Sometimes they might pee on their body, it's not intentional, but it's because their bladder cannot hold it. But then, if you start noticing that as you're aging, you're having issue with your bladder, try to be using the restroom immediately you feel the urge. Don't hold it too much, so you don't stress your bladder for too long, because stressing it too much, you might actually pee on yourself and all. So maintain a healthy weight. Try to watch your weight. Shed it. As you are getting older, try to be shedding your weight. In fact, that weight one is even another discussion on its own, because excessive weight, we've discussed it here, having being overweight or being obese is actually a problem to the health. A lot of problem. Is a big risk factor to many issues about the health. Then I mentioned constipation earlier, but constipation too is actually attached to urinary inconsistency. When you feel the need to use the restroom, go and use it. Poo. Use the restroom, poo, because even sometimes as young as we are, you will notice that there are times that urine will not come out unless you pass a poo. This is when you do the number 2, then the number 1 will now come. So now imagine as an adult, so you actually have to use the restroom to do that. Then water is good. Drink water to help the kidney to be able to function better and be able to pass out water and to pass out urine the way it should. So before we go to the next part, we'll take a very short break, because I told you earlier I won't be taking much of our time today. Yeah, for some reasons, we won't be taking much of our time. So after this short break, we'll go to the concluding part of this episode of aging and the health implications of it. Thank you.
This is Lagoon Radio.
Okay, welcome back. We've been discussing aging and how your health responds to your age. Okay, so we've talked about somehow your cardiovascular system, your digestive system respond to it. Then we want to talk about this very important one, because sometimes we tend to have issues with our elderly ones, our aged ones, because of that. And this is because of the memory and thinking skills. Sometimes some people even say that there's a particular age where an elderly person will get to, then we start behaving like a child. Okay, they usually say that there's a way, just like a kind of this a progression where they go like this, then we get to a particular age, they start thinking like this again. So it's not their fault, it's age, because you don't expect their brain cells to still be as active as 10 years earlier, 20 years earlier. Okay, so they might have that kind of memory loss. Yeah, they can have memory loss. They can have issue with thinking. They can have issue with understanding what they are reading. You might need to be explaining everything as if you're explaining to a child to them. It's normal, okay? It's normal for most adults. So what do we advise them to do? physical activity, exercise is very important. All those, that's why I say sometimes you see this exercise, diet, the way the health system is even being done, how God created the body. God created it in a way that something that you can be doing can affect almost all your life, like how you live. You know, exercise has a way of helping the brain, helping the heart, helping your body, helping your bones. You know, eating good food, that's a way of helping all your body. So God has done the body in a way that there are some basic things you'll be doing that will help you. So exercising can actually improve the memory of the person. Okay, they can even be doing some kind of games that will make them to be mentally active. Okay, they can play Scrabble. If they can do Scrabble, they can play draft. There's even a local one, Ayu. Yoruba elderly ones, they play them. And if you have young people in your house, you can tell them to teach them how to play video games. I know they will have problem with that one because they will quarrel over video games. But if they can do all those kind of games, you know, involve themselves in things that will make them stay mentally active, okay? Maybe sometimes engage them in constructive discussion, you know, talk to them about some situations. Maybe you tell them, okay, I want to run a business. What do you think I can do from your experience? Just let them keep using their brain to think. Let them do things that will make them, you know, think and process some things with their brain. So to keep them being active. And if you're an elderly person here, try to be doing those kind of things. You don't just think, okay, I'm old, I don't want to do anything. It's not that stressful. Some of the light ones, games, movie, quiz, you know, discussions, debates, stuff like that will make them feel mentally active. Then, as elderly people, try to be social. If your momsy and popsy likes party, please allow them to be going, you know, if that is what will help their memory and thinking skills. Allow them to go for parties. Allow them to mingle with friends. If they are calling you for discussion, don't run away. Sometimes they might be very boring. And yeah, I understand. They can be very boring, but sometimes sit with them and gist with them, talk with them. It will make them to be able to keep helping their brain. Then, I mentioned it earlier, smoking and alcohol, things like that destroy the system. It destroys brain cells also. Then eat healthy diet, healthy foods rich in phosphorus help the brain. You know, all those nuts, walnuts, all those, you know, cashew nuts, all those stuff. They help the brain. You know, eat healthy, eat fruits. Then I'll talk about the skin. You know, you even at the age of 40, 50, you observe that your skin is beginning to change. Not to talk about when you are now 70, 80. Okay, so definitely you see wrinkles and this and that everywhere, and I know especially women, they won't really like it or not. But what I would tell you is that if you're an elderly person or you have elders, ensure that you keep them hydrated. They drink a lot of water. It helps the skin. They should drink a lot of water as much as they can. Now I connected with it, them urinary consistency, you know. So, but let them use the restroom as much as they can, but let them be taking water. It helps the skin. Then give them food rich in vitamin, especially vitamin E. If you can add supplement to it, fine. Vitamin supplement. It will help the skin. Then they should use moisturizer when they need it, especially when the weather is hot. Use sunscreens. I think that's what they call them, sunscreens. This kind of cream that protects the skin from the sun, from the harshness of the sun. Okay, they also use moisturizer. Let them take good bath, eat good food. You know, things like that helps. You know, it helps the skin. Then take precautions. You know, I won't advise somebody that is getting old to start drawing tattoos and all that. You can do that when you're young. But as you're getting old, you know you are not supposed to be doing anything. But now don't bleach. Don't bleach. It destroys the skin. In fact, some of these bleaching creams have carcinogenic properties. They have carcinogenic constituents that can cause cancer to the skin. So why would person say we even the bleach in the first place? I don't. So don't even bleach. Don't, just take precautions with your skin. Then the next one we'll talk about is the weight. I've mentioned something about it before concerning how it affects the heart and how it affects digestive system. So please exercise as much as you can. Take a walk in your street, you know, small walk, small climbing of stairs, all those things. You should be shedding your weight. Then watch how you eat. As you are getting old, if you used to eat 4 plates, reduce it to 2 plates. You cannot be clearing everything, and your body will be like that. In fact, you are even stressing your kidney, you are stressing your liver with all those things you are taking it. Watch your portion. Eat healthy. Eat good food. Eat fruit. Don't eat too much of processed food. Don't take too much of carbonated drinks. You know, be reducing all these things. Less sugar. You know, less sugar, more more fiber, more vitamins and mineral rich food. Okay, then this other one might be causing problem in some marriages, sexuality. You don't expect a man to be as active as when he was in 70s as when he was in 40s. Definitely to reduce things like that. Age actually reduces the motility and the life in sperms. Okay, it's really life in sperm. So as you're getting older and you still want to make babies, you still want to make children, you can actually go for checks. Check how far your sperms are doing. And for women, as you grow older, the vagina might start getting dry. Okay, start getting dry. It don't be as fluid as you want it. So it might actually have sexuality. So what do? Share your needs with your partner. Tell your wife, tell your husband, age is not telling on me on this part of my health. So you find a solution to it. See a medical practitioner. They give you medications. They give you other measures to help. And also exercise helps. Yeah, exercise helps, especially those ones that are having erectile dysfunction in men. Those ones that have it's a form of exercise that helps. You can talk to a gym instructor. They can give you some exercises that actually helps some the male sex hormones to work better. I mentioned hormone some weeks ago, and now it affects the mood of a woman or a man. So all those things can even affect sexuality. So exercise is good. Then, with all I've said, since if you're having issue with any of them, you can talk to a doctor, talk to a practitioner, especially if you feel that I'm getting to that age, I'm already seeing signs, I'm already seeing symptoms. So talk to your doctor. They will help you. Some of these things are not even expensive. Like all I've mentioned here now, I've not really mentioned drugs like that. I've mentioned exercise, I've mentioned diet, I've mentioned basic care to your body, normal hygiene and all that. So I've not really mentioned drugs like that. So some of these things might not need drugs, might just be food, it might just be exercise, might just be taking enough rest and all. So I think I want to stop here, but I want to just add something. The eyes, okay? The eyes, go for regular checkups. As you are aging, the sight will be, getting poorer. That's why you see many elderly people usually go with glasses, reading glasses. Not that for that you are getting older, your eyesight might be reducing. So don't wait until it gets very bad before you start checking. In fact, cataracts are more in elderly people than young people. Okay, so but it's better when you know early. So there are some eye drops that you can use for cataracts that can help. Okay, before it gets to a stage where you have to do surgical removal of it. So try to be doing checkup. With what I've said, try to be doing checkup. Don't just rely on your own understanding alone. When you see something I don't understand, go and ask, check. I think that will be all for today. I just want to conclude. All I've said since is to let you know and understand that as you are growing older, there are some things that will be changing in your body that needs to be checked. It'll be changing in your body gradually. You need to check them. So please don't say, I've always been strong. I've always been that. Yes, you are very, very strong, but you are getting older. Okay, so for today, that's a wrap on our episode of Hello Doctor. I mentioned it earlier. We're on a Lagoon. We are on Facebook as Lagoon Radio Nigeria. We're on Twitter and Instagram, LAGOONRADIO.NG. We're on YouTube as Lagoon TV, and on WhatsApp 08189524466. I'll take that again, 08189524666. So please ask your questions, send your comments, send your support, subscribe to our channels, and by this time next week we'll be back to give you another exciting topic on Hello Doctor. I remain Pharm Olasimbo Anjorin. See you next week. Bye.